Greetings. How's it going?
What up? What up?
If you so are you on VR or are you on computer? You're on
VR.
VR. So
Yep.
here's what I want you to do. I want you to press the A button and I want you to point at this laptop right here, this one over
Yep.
here, and pull your trigger on the little person that pops up on top of this laptop right here. Yep, there you go. All righty, man. Thanks a lot. I'm gonna get out of this and I'm gonna join you in VR. I
All
was just
right. All right.
you to come in. Here I come. All right, here we go, man.
Yes, sir.
Greetings.
What up? What up? What up?
What's going on, bro?
Same
Okay?
old
So let
same.
me show you how to come off. I love your avatar, man. That is really dope. You come off by pulling your trigger. I just want to give you some dap and I want to just show you how to do so. Like, look, yeah, it's not as cool as in Horizon where you get the little slap sound, but you know.
But I mean, the 3D effect of your face is amazing. The rendering of your face is cool. Like
Thank you,
that's
man.
one thing
Thank
that
you.
they don't do. I like your avatar too, man. That's pretty clean.
Yeah, the photorealistic yeah. Yeah. So let's have a seat, man. Thank you. I appreciate the compliment.
Yes, sir.
So, first of all, was it difficult like getting your avatar together and figuring out how to get in here?
Not so much. I mean, I wasn't able to do the facial thing, but as far as just getting this in, it wasn't that hard. This was actually pretty generic. So,
Mm.
you just choose an avatar, throw something on it, and keep moving. But I'm sure with a little bit of time, I can, actually use a photo and generate it in. But
Now, do you well, so like do you do any 3D modeling outside of Horizon?
not really. No, I don't. I mean,
Okay.
I occasionally use I can't remember what it's called. It's called some kind of
Blender?
glitchy game. Not
Oh,
Blender.
okay.
I literally downloaded that the other day just to get started on it. It's actually
Nice.
called Gravity Sketch is what I use
Oh,
to.
yeah, yeah, Gravity Sketch is pretty cool. Yeah.
So I use a little bit of that here and there.
Nice.
As I get better and better with it, start pushing out some stuff as
Nice,
well.
nice.
'Cause, so
So
yeah, it was
what
always my dream to do something like this anyway. That's why Horizon was so great for me because I was like, oh shoot, I can make 3D objects and
right.
not only make them, people can come and see them. So
Right,
that
right.
was yeah.
How long have you been building in Horizon?
Since what, mid-January?
Okay. Oh, really?
Yeah.
You must spend a lot of time in there mastering the tools because you've gotten pretty good. And, I've gone around a couple of your worlds and they're very, very nice, man. Uh, your
It's
audio, I
also
think.
translate if you already have a little bit of an artistic background
Right.
and you learn to use the tools, then it becomes like almost just honestly just pulling it from a 2D version to a 3D version. It's just learning how to use those tools to replicate that same kind of look.
So you have an artistic background.
Yes, I do.
Tell us about that.
So my artistic background actually kind of stems from my father. He's I guess you could say I took after him because I can do virtually anything just like he does. He plays when he was alive. He played tennis, basketball. He was making T-shirts because he's an artist, and he was painting pictures. He started a T-shirt print place, and yeah, you know how that
Nice.
goes. But yeah, so it was him always, for me setting the bar. Like he cut hair. I sat there and watched him cut hair, and now I know how to cut hair. Like I've been cutting hair since I've cutting hair since I was 13. Because
Right.
unfortunately, even though he knew how to cut hair, he never gave us good haircuts. But so I had to learn how to do it myself because I was like, look, I can't go to school like this. People gonna it's gonna clown me. So I just learned how to cut hair. So now it's like I give myself multiple ways to create revenue So that way, I'm never pigeonholed or stuck in one area. So if this doesn't
Right.
work out or it's on a pause, I can do this. This doesn't work
Right.
out, it's on a pause, I can do this. So I always try to be in a sense a jack of all trades. And
Mm,
a lot of people, look at that quote and they be like, "Oh, well, you're not the master of none." But if you finish the quote, it actually is a lot more extensive than that. And that's pretty much how I break it down, like how I am. I love to grow and get better at something, especially if I come in and I'm very new. So that's
hmm
just like I want to get better. I'm gonna learn how to do this. I'm learning how to do this. And my inspiration really is just seeing other people being great. That's why like
mm,
I teach people even if I get a chance to. And if they want to learn something, I'm gonna teach them because that makes a difference for the whole community to be able to have more people bring what they like into life, and
hmm
that can create a snowball effect of so many things that can happen after that. Because I don't want to like I can build a tree that looks really good in Horizons, and I never show anybody how to do it. That tree is going to be just as good as it is. But if I
hmm
show somebody else how I do that tree, they take their perspective and make it better.
Right. Back there. Right.
So, and it starts to get even better. So that's why I never hold any secrets. I never like, oh well, no, I'm not gonna tell you that. I'm gonna charge you if I tell you. Like, no, like I feel like people can take it to the next level and make it better. And people who try to hold it down, like, and don't tell nobody, I feel like you're capping what you have.
Mm,
Like you're capping it. Like that's like you not telling me how this about this place. And you know what I'm
right.
saying? You know what I mean? You're capping it because then what if I come in and turn it all around and make it a whole brand new thing, and then now you benefit from sharing.
Right, right. That's one of the ways that you've shown that is with the is with your videos showing how to import music into Horizon. Bro, that was major generous of you. First of all,
Right.
because it's one of those things where it's like as long as you keep that as a secret, like your worlds are exclusive and nobody else can really do it. So by sharing that information, you're literally like taking a like kind of like taking a risk or whatnot. And so it's like really shows that you're like you kind of altruistic and generous when it comes to that type of stuff,
Right.
you
And
know?
that's like, yeah, a perfect example is like um the fact that I did show the video actually got more people to come to me to help, like you need to help them. And also, some people I do charge in a sense. Depends on what
Right.
it is. So I mean, if you come with me with 50 songs, then you know what I mean. But I want to show people. I mean, it was a twofold thing. I show people how to do it so they can see how extensive it takes, how much
Mm,
time it takes to do the song. I mean, just one song. So
right.
when they ask for these songs, they understand that that's why there is sometimes a monetary
Right.
ask on that side because I mean, if you ask me for 2 or 3 songs, okay, whatever, I'll give them to you, no charge. It don't matter. But when you start to ask for like 10 to 15, that takes a lot of time, and that's what
It,
I charge. I charge for my time, not the songs. I don't care
right,
if you
right.
use your music or Snoop Dogg or 50 Cent. It don't matter about whose song it is. It's just about the
Hmm
time that I'm charging for. So, and that's the only thing I charge for. If you want me to come in and help you build, and what I'm saying, we're building together, I'm not gonna charge you for that. I've helped
hmm
numerous of people, get to where they are and getting better, and I gotten better by working
hmm
with other people, and I'm not gonna charge you for that because I feel like helping you grow is the benefit for me.
hmm
That's all I like. That's the benefit for me. You actually bringing your world into fruition is the payment for me in that one.
Right. That's beautiful, man. That's beautiful. So how has it
I can't hear. It just went to mute. I can't hear anything. Did I do that? Yeah, mine's still going off. I don't know what happened.
can you hear me now? Can you because it's
Yeah,
showing
now
that
I can hear
I'm
you.
you can hear me? Okay,
Oh
perfect.
shoot. Let me get back in.
No, I was just asking. So Are you like has are you able? Is everything okay now?
Yeah, it's all good.
Okay, perfect. So how's that going? Like with the Horizon community, like has it been your worlds have they been growing? Have you been getting like more exposure, like more
Yeah,
attention
I
to
mean,
them?
yeah, definitely. They're like people are starting to realize, see like, oh shoot, Black Jedi is pretty good, and it it's gratifying in the sense that the work that I put in and the time that I put in, and that's why I like to do it. And sometimes I don't do it just for the recognition. I do it because I love art.
Mm-hmm.
And like there's an artist by the angel name of Angel, and Angel the artist. She's like amazing, and I love going to her stuff because you can see her in her art.
Mm.
So, and that kind of stuff, attracts me. Even when people do, some even these clubs, like you see that these people would, if they had the money, this is what their club would look like. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Exactly.
But
Yeah.
you know what I mean. So you can see like the pieces of them in their work, and that's what I like to see. Is just like what you got. That's
You went mute again. I wonder what's.
that's crazy.
There you go. I hear you now.
You can hear me now.
Yep.
That's weird. I don't know. Some reason when I come out of it, it just works. Well, however, yeah, it's just the fact that it's I'm able to help people, and that's the biggest thing for me is helping people and seeing their vision and that's the biggest thing for me.
Being able to like build kind of like allows a person to take what's in their head and share it with a person. Like when we use words, we can't really do that. We choose the best words we can in order to communicate. But when
Right.
you build something, you literally pull a piece of you outside and show it to the world.
Right. And like the biggest thing I tell people, encourage people all the time, continue building. I
Right.
really like sometimes I really wish I had kept my first world so people can see like in virtually in 2 months I went from this to what you see now.
What was your first world?
And it was actually going to be called Jays. And this is actually before I was actually gonna, pick up the name Black Jedi. Um and it was just gonna be like a little club or whatever, but it was gonna be kind of a different type style where you jump in a car and the car takes you everywhere. And this is before I knew how to script. So
Mm,
I was just doing it based off what I knew about a little bit of coding. So it just was not working. It would go forward, turn around, and just keep turning around. It was just weird. So
okay.
I literally just axed the whole project. And I got to a point where I felt like how most people feel like, man, I can't do this. It's crazy. So fast forward, I started going to different places and start seeing different things. And then I met a
Getting
guy,
inspired.
yeah, I met a guy, Dollar Beezy. Um,
Mm.
and I walked into his world, seeing his club. This is when he first built his club. And I was like, man, this is pretty clean. And then he kind of told me about Vidu, which most
Mm-hmm.
I say my probably about
Yeah.
95% of the people use right now.
I love
So
video. Shout out video
yeah,
for
Lex,
sure,
man, I
bro.
appreciate you. Yes, sir. Shoot, Lex, Squirt, all those guys, man,
Yeah.
they helped out, in small, and everybody helped out in a different way. So,
Right.
yeah, when I met Dollar Beezy, we kind of, it was kind of cool. We hit it off, whatever, and it started from there, man. And then I started. That's when I changed my initial world to Club Curve, and I went from when I built Club Curve, I was actually proud about it, and and it didn't take off as much as I thought it would, but it was still the fact that I got it, what I'm saying, in my mind, I was able to accomplish what I wanted to accomplish, seeing a vision and actually see through it and actually
Mm,
seeing it on the other side. So
right.
to me, it was an amazing thing just to see that. Um, and that's what I mean, just that part from where I came from and in there. And then after there, I went to do Flintstones. And then that's when people was like, oh shoot. Like
Wait a minute, you
he's
did the
pretty good.
Flintstone?
Yeah, I got Flintstones and Jetsons. But yeah, so it's like that continuation of starting to grow even more and more and learning more and more. So like even now I'm gonna go back to those worlds and
Man,
adjust them because
right.
it's
Oh,
it's
it
busy.
went mute a little bit. We continue.
Oh yeah, yeah. So even then, I went to adjust those world. Like I want to go back and adjust them because the new knowledge I know, how to make them look better, how to make them move better, those kind of
Hmm.
things. Like when I built that one, I didn't know a lot about certain things. So now that I know those, hey, I can script this, I can script that because now I know how to do it.
Hmm.
So but before it took me an hour, it took me hours to learn how to spawn a player in a different spot.
Right.
So like now I can just type it in really quick and be like, all right, here you go. I can type up a VIP in no time now. So it's like that's the difference in just continuing growing your craft. It's just like anything. When you first start driving a car, you're nervous. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? You might push the gas too hard. You might push the brakes too hard. But understand, eventually you're gonna realize I don't have to push the gas right here. I just let go. I mean, I don't have to push the brakes. I can just let go of the gas. It'll slow down
Right.
just enough. So those kind of things starts to, like, oh, I can do this instead of this instead of that. So like I said, as I started to grow, I went from Flintstones, then I did Jedi Casa, which is to me was one of my favorite places because it was my vision and what I wanted to people to see and what they things I liked. So
Right.
after I did Jedi Casa, that's when I did I started working on Friday, and then me and Dollar
Yeah,
Beezy
that
we
Friday,
worked
yeah,
together.
that Friday world is really dope, man. And
Yeah, I
it's
did
you put a lot
Friday.
of you put a lot of detail into that too.
It took me a lot of time because each character is like an hour and a half easy.
How long do
Just
you think you spent on that?
shoot, it's probably 22 hours plus.
Mm.
Like I would say definitely it's way above that, probably 30s. Just
Mhm.
because I came back and did a little bit more, did a little bit more. But
Mhm.
it like I said, it's just the growth that I was starting to get, learning how to use shapes and inspirations from different places. It's one guy I can't pronounce his name. I don't care if you tell it to me. I'm still gonna pronounce it wrong. But he does a lot of stuff. Like he has a world out there. I don't know if y'all seen it yet, but go check it out. It's called Boma. It's really good. Like it was one of my pieces that made me realize, hey, I can do this. Like this
Mm.
is anime, and I love anime, of course. Like most people, but it was just like we're seeing that stuff and then seeing how people were using shapes. Like I'll go and like
Mhm.
I see something somebody built and I go up looking at it in detail. Like some people
Mhm.
just look at it and just like, oh, that's nice. No, I want to see how.
Mhm.
And that's the one of the things I love to see is how and know the why. So
Mm.
those things is what piques my curiosity and keeps me getting better and better and better.
Right.
But yeah, so after doing Friday, me and DB had teamed up and we did a place called On the Block. This is a shooting game. If you haven't played it, go and play it. We're gonna make it free so everybody can get in there. Not free, but don't
On
need
the
us in there to
yeah,
play.
yeah. Yeah, it
Yeah, yeah,
is pretty
run
yeah,
the block.
yeah. Mhm.
It's just that we got to be there to let people in, but we're gonna end up taking it out so everybody can go in there and enjoy it. But
Gotcha.
it's we did that, and I dropped Friday, and then right after Friday, I dropped Proud Family. So, and then I still got more, and I got my movie theater. So
So
all of those
let me ask
things.
you, when you're making now, one thing that's fascinating to me about you being able to make those types of characters is that it requires like you have an image of the character in your mind. Like, are you building these from memory, or are you like
Some
what's
of
your
it,
approach?
so some
Like,
of it is from memory, and then some of it is using different pictures. So like
but
with Friday, I had to go into the movie on one phone and take pictures from another phone, and I literally got pictures of the whole house. So over 70 photos to get that house the way that it looks in the movie. So
gotcha.
that was one of the
And
things
so
I told
you're
myself.
constantly like while you're in Horizon, you're peeking under your headset.
No, I connect it to the computer, and then I can bring up both and just hit the button to switch between desktop
Wait a minute.
and application.
Oh, so you're switching back and forth like you're doing it from your computer. You're going into Horizon using the Oculus Link,
Yep.
and then you're just switching back and forth the actual screen. Like you're not.
Yeah.
Okay,
Right.
got
Yep.
you. But so it's still like almost memory. Like you've got to hold that image in your mind and then to
Right.
go
And
and
then go back in there and then set it up, move it. Like
yeah.
doing a house was a freaking burden, man, because like you would have to look at cutscenes to catch certain things. Like
Right.
because it wasn't there for long. So I had to go and pause it right at the right moment to be able to see like where the kitchen was, where this was, and what room led to this. So like and then also even if you watch the movie, they shot that movie with that house changing. So
Hmm.
there's two versions of that house in the movie.
I didn't
So
notice that.
I didn't notice it until I built it.
Mm.
so so when I built it, right where the garage is, it's further up than it is in one scene. So
Mm.
it's crazy because I built it the other way and I realized like, wait, how am I gonna get the living room in here if the garage is this far back? So just kind of that kind of stuff,
Gotcha.
it's I had to catch small details like that. So I mean, and that's one of the things I like I said, I want to know the how and the why and finding the details is like that's how I find my details is how and the why. And
Mm. When it for me, my experience when it comes to building a Horizon, so I'm new. I've only been building there for a while, but it's taking me quite some time because I don't have the luxury. Like when I build anything any other time, like I can look at pictures and I can watch tutorials and I have everything right there with me, but Horizon forces me to build 100% in there. And so that's quite a different
so
like
they do
approach
have a
for me.
multitasking ability inside of your Oculus now. It's under experimental. So you can
Mm.
multitask now and actually have like horizons while having a movie up.
Oh, really?
So you can multitask apps. So I mean, I
Ah,
haven't done it with Horizons, but I have done it like while being on, YouTube and having Netflix up at the same time.
bro, thank
So
you for telling me
yes, sir.
that. I
Yes,
had no
sir.
idea about that. I'm going to try that as soon as we finish this podcast.
Yeah,
I'm going
man,
to
it's pretty
try
cool.
that because if I could just have something like just because peeking from under my headset, it starts to put a strain on my eyes. Like I can
It
only do
does.
that so much. And yeah, it's like just that ability to be able to look at something and like and see it and hold that as an image as close as I can, like while I'm making something would just be so much better. Because so far I've been having to work purely pretty much from memory, and it's
Right. And I
drudgerous.
mean that's honestly that's why I like the Sketch app that I was using because you can
Yeah.
bring in reference photos and work from
Mm-hmm.
those reference photos while you're
Mm-hmm.
drawing and sketching in there, which is pretty good because I mean that helps you shape things the right way, get the right all that, and then learn how to use it, and then eventually you can start working from memory.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the biggest thing. Like even like being an artist, like I said, I got it from my pops. Is he did things over and over, and I never understood as a kid. I was like, why do you keep drawing the same picture of Mickey Mouse? Like, you know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
then now he doesn't need the picture anymore. He can just draw it from memory.
Right.
And it's just that repetition of doing it over and over again makes the difference.
Mm-hmm.
Like whether you're doing a face from a profile view or straight up or looking from, a different perspective, it helps you in the long run to do those perspective views because it grows you. It makes you look at now. I don't need a picture to tell me what it looks like to look up from. If I'm from somebody looking from up under your chin, I know what it looks like.
Right. Right. Your audio. Check your audio.
Is it good now?
Yep,
Can you hear me?
sure can.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't know. Guess you just got
Yeah.
to keep going in and out.
Yeah, I've
But
never seen it doing that before. I don't know why it's being triggered like that for you.
I don't know. Mine. All I know is I've been dealing with a lot of issues between Horizons and like all my other apps work just as fine. I don't know why this one,
Yeah.
why Horizons gives me so much grief.
Give
But
you so much grief, yeah. So do you have any plans to like turn your Horizon business building into a business, or like are you already doing that? What's going on with that?
so yeah, that's why I'm trying to build a portfolio now. Is different types of things with buildings and characters and different types of stuff. So I can build a portfolio of those things. So then that way, when those like which they are now, they already coming in. Like when companies come in, hey, come tour with me. Look at all the things I've done. I clearly can do what you need to be done based on I can build houses, I can build characters, I can build
Hmm.
these, I can script, I can do all those things. So that's the plan, is to eventually get to where I can start working with companies and bring their bring their vision in here. So
Hmm.
that's the plan. Yeah, to
Nice.
eventually turn it into a bigger monetary gain. Because like now, I build here and there for people, but nothing huge. Like bringing in a whole McDonald's or something like that. You know what I mean? I mean, a good friend of mine, Hardy, he just did a big World for Baller Alert. So that was,
Mm.
he's stepping toward where the pretty much where the world is looking to go. So shout out to him, taking the forefront of that. And there's a lot of other people that's doing the same thing. That's bringing
Mhm.
in different worlds and different stuff, and they want their stuff to be the first to do it. Because like some people are just kind of not doing it
Right.
because they feel like it's a waste of time. But eventually, just like people thought the internet was a waste of time, they thought Facebook was a
Exactly.
waste of time. So eventually, they're gonna see that, hey, you're kind of behind the ball, and us being in there now can give us the leg up for those companies that's
Hmm.
gonna come in later and then be like, oh, I need you to build this and build this. So eventually,
Right.
that's the plan, is to be there for those type of companies. I got Jedi Sound, so I bring in sounds for different world and different people for their worlds and stuff, whether it be custom or from
Hmm.
other people. I do that for as part of my business here. Um, and I build too.
Right.
So
Yeah. Nice. 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 So in your opinion, like what do you think that like how do you think this is all going to unfold when it comes to Horizon Worlds? Like do you do you think we're going to get more tools? Do you think that like more people are going to get excited about the platform? Like kind of what's your vision from how you see it when it comes to
I
this?
think I think it will, but I think the biggest issue is they're having an issue with trying to keep up with the amount of people it's growing with, alongside trying to bring the new things in. So that's part of the issue from what I see, is they're trying to grow while trying to handle while it's growing. So they're trying
Hmm.
to grow, for all the new tools and all that stuff. But I feel like the amount of people that's joining is bogging down the server before they can get to where they need to get to. So that's why you got issues where they dropped the update with all these new things that wasn't working, because
Right.
those things, I feel like they were trying to get those things in, but that how it is. You get a bunch of people on
Hmm.
your internet, it's gonna slow down.
Right.
So
Yep. Start. Yep.
it's yep. So I think that's part of the issue, is that it's growing faster before they're able to grow technologically. So
Mm.
hopefully they can, kind of fix that, because I think that's part of the issues why people were getting cut off. Their horizons was disappearing and all that stuff, because I think they were just growing so fast that it's too
People were
fast for how.
their worlds were disappearing.
No, well, their accounts were disappearing.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, so their accounts were either disappearing, or Horizons itself, the app, just deleted itself and they couldn't get
Oh
back on.
man. You
So
think that you think that the new supercomputer that they supposed to have recently added on. You think that that's supposed to help any of that?
I
Have you
mean,
heard
I
about it?
don't. I haven't heard about it, but if it's a supercomputer, I would think that it would be, if anything, they're $1 billion company. It should help,
Yeah,
but I
it
think
was.
that.
It
Yeah,
was
go ahead.
about a week or so. Well, a little over a week ago, they were. I was seeing it everywhere that they supposed to have a new supercomputer that they just recently released, and it's supposed to help with Horizon Worlds. Um, and yeah, but I don't know much about what in what ways specifically it's supposed to help though.
Yeah, I don't know exactly how that's supposed to help. Hopefully, it does, and they able to use it to benefit Horizons, because I feel like out of all the things they got going in virtuality, Horizons has the best potential.
Right,
Um, I mean, for the fact that everything is, built by your own digital hands, you know what I mean? So
right.
you can't go out there and grab a character. You can't go out there and grab some land. You have to build
Hmm.
those things. So
Right.
with the ability of giving people that much, freedom in a sense,
Hmm.
I think they have the most potential. I think
And
the
also, it's
other
connected to Facebook.
right, it's connected to all
So
your
it's
other
already got
social
like a
medias.
billion
So
people already
yeah,
right
it's already
there.
connected to your social media. So that's why I'm trying to get um get in there early, and try to build a name for myself, and kind of build a brand. And that's why you
Hmm.
always see me put Jedi on everything. So it's like
Right.
Jedi Casa, it's Jedi Cinema, it's it's trying to build a brand so people can know, like, hey, if Jedi is on it, that's gonna be elite. You know what I mean?
Quality is going to be quality.
Yeah,
Right.
right. So that's what I'm trying to do is, and also just not even like trying to build it like that, but also build it where people can trust. And
Hmm.
I know that's a big issue in social media in general, not just Horizons. People, it's hard for people to trust.
Hmm.
So I want people to be able to be like, all right, if I let you in, you're not gonna go and steal an idea or take it and make it your own. And it's a lot of that
Right.
going on. And I just hopefully we can get kind of weed those people out,
Right.
and start to grow as a community, because that's the biggest thing I hate to see. Like, you know be a great community. We have a great chance here to make it where we can all grow together.
Hmm.
And I just hate to see it when people, bicker about small stuff, and then now you make it into this hate. And it's
Mm.
like, come on, man. There's room enough for everybody.
Right.
So I mean, there's a billion things that hasn't been done yet, just like there's a million things that have been. So no one
Hmm.
owns the intellectual property of something else that has its own intellectual owner. So,
Yeah.
but
So people, you though, yeah, there's a lot of kind of like this feuds or whatnot between creators now, huh?
yeah, it is. It's something that's out there. I usually stay out of it. So, like I mean, I do. I mean, once people go to arguing in a room, you'll see my squares go up, because I don't want to be a part of. I mean, I don't want to be a part of it. I mean, unless it's something that I feel like I can fix. But honestly, it's I feel like we're too grown. I can see
Right.
if it was, two 18-year-olds, two 17-year-olds, but when you're 30 and 35, 47, come on, man. Let's
Hmm.
squash this, like grown folks. Let's have a real conversation and let's grow. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's okay to have a debate. That's fine. A good, healthy debate is not a problem. But when you start to personally attack people, that's when it starts to take away from the ability to grow. And
Hmm.
that's where I want to see is like, somebody from New Jersey working with somebody in the UK, or somebody in Colorado working with somebody in Florida. Like
Right.
that would never happen. Now we have the ability
Now
to
it's
do it.
possible. Right.
It's possible, and there's so much things that you see in Colorado that you'll never see from a person who never left Florida, and that
Right.
vision together can be something great.
Mm.
So that's why I say I just feel like it's so much bigger than the arguments that we're having, and we can grow into something really good.
Right. Right. I agree, man. So what about social media? What type of content do you create?
I actually have another page. It's called Thoughts of Jay, and I do like funny stuff or whatnot. Everybody know I just joke. I like to joke a lot, and I
Okay.
do voice invitations and stuff like that. So, uh,
Like who? What kind of voice imitations you do?
okay, look here, people. I need you guys to understand something here. Okay, I came here to do this interview. Okay, I came here to do it with you. I didn't want nobody else to be here. Okay, I'm glad it's just me and you. So I do. so
Fire.
so I swear, I swear for Lord, I've been on the show. I've been on the show for about 20 minutes. I'm here sweating in my Oculus. I do a few of them, but yeah, man,
Sweet.
I just like to see people laugh and enjoy. So that's why I build the worlds that I build. Like Friday was for the culture, man. Like people loved it,
Mm,
and I built it for that. So you can come in and feel like you're a part of something. And
mm,
for a lot of us, I know a lot of us wanted to be on that set. Like a lot of us
mhm.
wanted to see what it was like, and that kind of gave you a little bit of a snippet in it to be able to be a part of it. Like that's why I love to see the artwork that I see because I would never see that.
Right,
So
right. And now you can create it.
exactly, man. And like I said, I like I always find things that's positive, and I try to keep positive things around me. So a lot of times I don't follow certain, you know, I guess you can say famous, I guess, but internet
Hmm.
famous people because they post a lot of ignorant stuff, and I feel like
Right,
it sometimes it is degrading, and it makes the newer kids that's coming up feel like, oh, I got to go and do something ignorant to be famous, and
right,
that kind of stuff it demeans it like a lot. You know what I mean? And I just feel like with the freedom that we have, we can do so much more.
right. Nice. Yeah, I agree 100%, man. I agree 100%.